Thank you so much for joining again to MASH show where we create insight in your health and on your habits, healthy habits. Today we are going to check on more about the health habits that we shared, and one of them was drinking water. We're going to check on advantage of taking water, um, frequency of taking water, and the correct amount of water you should take per day. Begin with, we are going to check on different fun facts. All Let's first see why we need to take water. As you all know, or as I've shared before, the body, 70% of our body is usually made of water. So that means like if we don't have adequate water, we're really traumatizing ourselves and maybe we overstrain them because they don't have adequate water. So when you take water, you're going to prevent yourself from a lot of conditions which are brought by shortage of water. Just to mention a few, if you have several migraines, your treatment could be taking water. If you have dyspepsia, if you have high blood pressure, that's hypertension. Maybe you are told you have been diagnosed with kidney stone. In a way, lack of water might bring breast cancer, might bring uterine cancer. Maybe you have sinusitis, that's the blockage of your noses. Maybe tuberculosis, the TB, that is usually on the respiratory system, and maybe overweight or obesity. So you'll see that once you deny yourselves adequate water, they might bring this condition into your body and many more conditions which you have not mentioned at the moment. So some fun facts that we need to check. Japanese population, most of the Japanese have created a culture of taking water during the morning, immediately they wake up. And by this, we see most of the Japanese resort to be having smooth skin, and most of them are slim. They don't have obesity or overweight conditions mostly in Japan. So once, if you are straining with your skin being rough and maybe overweight, try taking water, and in one way, you are going to see the results of taking adequate water in per day. Again, in every minute, someone dies due to dehydration. That's a bad thing. And it's something that can be prevented. So let's try giving water. A lot of people who die of dehydration are kids. So don't deny your children water. If they love water, just give them in adequate measure, but don't deny them fully from taking water. Um, and water is one of the best thing you should take for your skin therapy. For other than the products we use, one of the major factor or the major thing we should invest to is water. Water will really build your skin to a beautiful and non-curvy skin. So that's a thing I would love most of us to adopt. Taking water will really create much impact into our body. Other fun facts, as we have said, as the way 70% of the human body or the human brain also consists of water, and it makes around 75 percent of our body weight. But this doesn't mean if you reduce water, you are going to be less body weight or you are going to loosen or to reduce your body weight. In fact, it's the other way around. If you don't take water, you're going to be obese and overweight. But 75% of our body is of our body weight is water. By that we mean uh, most of the cells in our bodies have been created using water, or they have water in it. That's creating the weight in our body. Again, we say the earth, 69% of this earth has water, and we can see the largest percentage of the earth is water, and we can live only 1 week if you don't take water. Like you can stay around 40 days without food, but you can only live 1 week without taking water. Children in the first 6 months consume 7 times more water than average adults. So, especially for the mothers who are breastfeeding, this is an encouragement. You take more water because the children who are breastfeeding really require more water than even the adults require. And then we do say less than 1% of water supply on Earth can be used as drinking water. By this, we mean most of the water need to go under processing so that it can be ready for intake. And almost half of the population in the world do complain on um, water access related problems. Maybe they live in arid areas, or wherever they live, they don't have direct supply of fresh drinking water. So if you live in a place where there is fresh drinking water, take advantage of this and make sure you make your body perfect place. For me, currently, I've tried adopting taking at least 500 mils of water every morning, and really, I can say I've seen a lot of impact, especially to my weight and skincare. So, this is just a routine of how you should take water. I just tried to share my routine of how you should take water from a lot of researches I've done online and on medical trainings. It says you should drink at least 650 mils. That's around 3 cups, the 50 mils cups of water right after waking up. This might sound much, but again, as we learned about the habits, you should start small. You can start with 1 cup every morning before you take anything else. You take water as you advance to at least 3 cups every morning. And then you should avoid snacking or having breakfast at least 45 minutes after consumption of water. This to give water adequate time to be absorbed in our body and to get into the cells. We say the absorption of water takes around 35 to 1 hour minutes for total absorption in the body. So we say once you take water in the morning, please try to delay for at least 45 minutes to allow the water to be absorbed. And then throughout the day, you can continue taking water, but you should ensure that you always drink water 30 minutes before eating a meal. So you shouldn't drink water and eat a meal at the same time. That's not a great habit. And also, you shouldn't drink water as you eat. I have friends who they have to take water together with food. I've come to discover that's not a very healthy behavior and it's something to adjust from. And try drink water at least 30 minutes before meal or 2 hours after a meal. That will make the water more effective in your body. Also, try to avoid drinking water 2 hours after a meal. That's what we are saying. We should take the water at least 2 hours after a meal. The main reason we say this is because water we say it takes around 30 to 1 hour minutes to be absorbed in the body, and it takes around 2 hours for other foodstuffs, for the solid foodstuffs to be absorbed in our bodies. So that's why we are saying after you have taken, you should take at least 2 hours before you take water, so that the water you will take will be completely adequate in your body. Um, so for us who are taking water so that you can see different results or different targets, we have targets on the way you are taking water. If you're a patient with diabetes or high blood pressure patient and you want to see the results, you should take at least a month to see the results of you taking the water adequately. Maybe if you are suffering from constipation or you have frequent gastritis and you take water adequately, as we have said before, you take in the morning around 650 meals, maybe 500 meals before lunch meal, and maybe 500 meals before dinner time. And maybe 2 hours after dinner, before you sleep, you take another 500 meals. You're going to emit these problems of gastritis. Most of the people from the research done have reduced gastritis and severe constipation from taking water in a therapeutic manner. And also, if you are TB patient and you really feel compressed and you take water for at least 90 days, it's going to boost your health and you're going to see more relieved symptoms of the TB. But that I don't mean that water can be used to treat TB. What I mean is uh, water will reduce the severity of the TB symptoms showing in you if you take it more adequately. Same to other respiratory system condition. And that's why when you have a flu-like symptoms and we give you flu medication, most of them require you to take a lot of fluids, a lot of water. This is because when you have those respiratory symptoms, you tend to lose a lot of water due to the inflammation of the cells in the airway. You tend to lose a lot of water. The inflammation is the swelling of the tissues along the airway. You tend to lose a lot of water and you need to rehydrate. Most of the symptoms we see, they come as a result of poor rehydration. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have been enlightened. Kindly subscribe to have an access to more of my upcoming classes on device health and lifestyle tips. In case you have a specific topic you want handled, or specific question you would like answered, or even get clarification on something I've said on my videos, please drop it on the comment section and I'll be prompt to give you responses. For appointment and private session, contact me via details on the video and I'll be ready to assist you. Thank you again for choosing me to guide you on health and lifestyle. This is King Mash. See you on the next one.